Hi, I'm Randy Wooden, and welcome to another In Our Edge Library series. This time talking to job hunters about an enviable position, and that is, what if you have an offer in hand, and yet you have another opportunity you've been interviewing for, but they're maybe not quite at the stage of making an offer yet. So you're faced with that decision. Do you accept the offer that is probably okay, probably take it, or do you try to put them on hold and try to go back to the other company? And so there's that quandary. What are you going to do? And while I wouldn't want to necessarily call it play one company against the other, because what I am not an advocate of doing is saying, okay, I'm going to I have an offer of X amount of dollars, and I take that offer and I go to this other company and say, look, they're going to pay me X, so unless you can pay X plus, I'm going to take this old job. Don't do that. I wouldn't do that. But let's say you make up numbers. Let's say you have an offer for, let's say, $50,000 for round numbers. You got that from Company A. Company A is offered $50,000. You do want to get an idea of when they need an answer, and so you've got some time now. Maybe it's a week, maybe it's a few days, or whatever. What I would do if I'm interested in Company B, I would go back to Company B and ask Company B where things stood. I would let them know that I do have an offer from another company. I don't say how much it's for. I don't say who the company is or anything. Again, I don't bluff with this. I'm being honest. I let them know that I do have an offer, and I say, I am interested, and I think you've been interested in me. I mean, we're still in the interview process. Let me ask you, and again, I'm not asking you to do something you wouldn't otherwise do, but if you do feel that I'm somebody that might be a good potential fit here, I wonder if we could look to expedite the process to at least reach a conclusion on it. I'm not asking you to cut corners or do anything you wouldn't otherwise do. I'm just informing you of a timeline. I've got a timeline, and it makes it quite difficult for me to make decisions when I don't have all the information. So you're giving them that information. Let that company decide what they want to do. Now, the company will either say, well, look, Randy, do what you need to do. We're not ready to move forward. Fine, at least I've tried. At least I understand that either they don't care enough to speed things up or they can't speed things up. But I've given them that option, and now I have a choice to make. Do I take that job at, let's say, $50,000 at Company A or not? And then it becomes an ethical decision whether later on you leave Company A when Company B is finally ready. Again, it's not for this segment to determine, and that's actually something that you have to determine for yourself, and ultimately how you see that playing out in your life from a moral standpoint. But again, let Company B know what the plan is. Now, what may happen is Company B will try to speed things up. First of all, if they do so, you know that they are interested in you. Now you may have two offers to weigh. But I say don't bluff with this thing, because what they may do is they may say, Randy, they may get a sense that you're trying to play them against another company, even though you've told them you're not doing that. They might say, Randy, well, it sounds like you've got something that is pretty good. I'll tell you what, why don't we pass on you for this opportunity, and we'll see down the road if something else comes up. If you're available, feel free to reapply. And you're going, but wait. See, that's why I say don't bluff with this thing. If the offer is something that you can take, then let them know. If it's something you're not going to take with Company A, then I don't know that you necessarily have to have that conversation, because you're still unemployed, or you're still without that new job. So you just wait and see how Company B pans out in time. Hopefully that helps a little bit. You're not playing one against the other. To really summarize this thing, what you're trying to do is provide Company B with information so they can make a decision and a determination on whether they want to expedite their hiring process with you. Doesn't always work, but at least you're keeping the party informed about your progress and where things stand, as you would hope they would if they decided to put the job on hold or hire someone else. I hope that helps. That's going to wrap it up for this in our Edge Library series. We're dealing with that quandary of how to handle an offer when you've got another potential company you'd like to go to work for. Thanks for watching. I'm Randy Wooden.